All right, hello everyone. Hello. Let's test the audio. Can you guys hear me? While I'm waiting for answers, I'm going to say hello to people. Hello, Mod Man Going Mad. Hello, Flower Husband, my beloved. Hello, Absol. I know that you said earlier you have a test you have to get to, so maybe you can stick around for a little while. Fulmon the Juice Box, Mr. Cheesus, Juan S. Potatoes, Evil Frog. We have, oh god, Stayeo. I don't know how to say your name, but Stayeo saying audio is good. Desire Without Emotion says yes. Mr. Cheezer says, hey dog. Hello, everyone. Hello. Ming Amazing. Good to have you here. We're going to wait a minute for a couple more people to show up. Maybe if you guys want to keep spamming 14 and negative 14 in chat, and if you have a membership, you can spam Totos in the Fields and Edwins. But I had a really good question that was brought up before the stream was starting by Stayeo. Again, sorry, I don't know how to say your name. But they asked, where is it? It's like all the way at the top. Do you have any advice on how to start writing good horror or implementing good symbolisms? And so while we're waiting for more people to arrive, I'll talk about that for a couple minutes. I'll talk about writing and horror writing, and I don't know about good symbolisms, but maybe that can just be an aspect of writing. As you guys know, I made a 36-hour long video that took me like a little over a year to make about the Fazbear Frights books, and I'm going to start working on the Tales books soon. And I have my degree in like literature. It's in English literature, and I have a focus in creative writing, which just means I took a lot of creative writing classes. Like I took a poetry, I took a stage like play writing, creative writing, which is just like short stories and stuff. So I took basically every writing class that was available, and then the rest of it was literature. You know, I took a I took a whole class that was fictional detectives in literature, which is why when I was talking about Larson, I was yapping about the difference between a classical detective and a hard-boiled detective, because I took a whole class about that. I didn't take any specific genre classes. Like, I'm sure that there's a horror class. I'm sure that there's a, like a classical fantasy class. I would have loved to take a Tolkien class. I did take a Harry Potter class. It was just the 7 books for the entire semester. And that was really cool. I had an amazing professor. He was my English 101 professor my freshman year, and he was one of my favorite professors. And then he offered a Harry Potter course, and I took it because I think he was a really cool guy. And I didn't get as much out of it as I'd hoped, because a lot of it was like, hey guys, your homework for today, right, is to read the first half of the book, and then we come in the next class and we discuss it. And there were quite a few people in the class who'd never read it before, and so for them it was the first time, and they didn't know what was going to happen. They didn't know what the story was, and so part of the class, and again, this is like a 1 hour class, meeting twice a week, or like a 1.5 hour class meeting twice a week, was like story recap and talking about things like that. And so we weren't really able to get into like the page by page analysis with the like what I do with the Frights books. So I've always kind of wanted, like, oh, I wish I had someone like to talk about that with, and again, talk about Tolkien, talk about like all these books that I really like. I'm able to talk about A Series of Unfortunate Events with Connie from Dual Process Theory, because we both love those books. But I'd love to do something more in depth with those one day, because those are also really short books. So what I'm saying is I never took like a horror class specifically. And I don't really read like Stephen King or any of those classic horror books. I did like Poe. A lot of mystery can cross over with horror sometimes, just because back in the day, the idea of like, oh, and then he walks in the room and there's a dead body, right? Like that was like horrific, because there's like a scary thing in there. But I think that when it comes to writing, and this is some discourse that you'll typically see from writers who are complaining about the state of the industry. I'm sure that people have been complaining about the state of the industry for like 100 years now. But when you're writing something, you should be writing a book. You should not be describing the movie that you see in your head. You should not be writing a movie script with dialogue tags, right? He walked in the room. He said, "Good morning." And then Bob turns around. Bob says, "Oh, hello, Joey. Let's go out for lunch," right? You're adding things like he turned around, or he said exuberantly, or he turned the latch, but it was locked. And then, italics, dang it, right? You don't write a book the way that you write a movie, the way that you see the movie in your head. And that's sort of the first mark of like, of a not great writer, right? Words are magic. The words that you choose to put in the page, right? You can choose between a list of symbolism. Oh my God, synonyms, not symbolism. We'll talk about symbolism in a second. But you choose the different words that could sort of have different feelings based on how they're structured and what they mean, and maybe the very specific connotations. And you can read a book, and an entire paragraph and an entire page is just sort of getting across a vibe, right? You can have a character open a box, and instead of just saying inside was a ball, you could describe the box and the ball throughout the course of an entire page. It's really getting the mood across. You can learn about the ball. You can learn about the person who's viewing it. You can learn about the environment they're in. And maybe you can even learn things about like their past and how they're viewing the ball. And I don't literally mean you're learning that when they were a kid, they were playing catch with their dog and they threw the ball and the ball rolled out on the road. There was a car, right? Like, I'm not talking about you're literally learning facts about them. I mean that the word choices that are used are telling you things about their personality and their beliefs and the things that they value by just getting across vibes through word choice. And that is most important when it comes to horror. You can't just say, he opened the door and there was a spooky clown. You need to use scary words and pacing, which includes like the length of a sentence or the way the paragraphs are broken up, or again, just like lots of short words or lots of long words or a perfect mix of them to get across the tension to your reader. So do I have any quick advice for this? No, my quick advice is become a really, really good writer, and then you can become a really, really good horror writer. And then symbolism is kind of the same thing, right? Symbolism is using one thing to stand in for another thing. And that can be using one thing within a story to stand in for something else in a story, right? A lot of the times people will use food. Food is a really, really big symbol across literature. So let's say that this guy is like desiring to get a promotion at work, and he comes home and he had gone to the store and he gets those little yogurt things where like the lid has like granola or chocolate chips in it, and you're supposed to like open it and then you tear off the lid and then you turn it upside down and you stir it into the yogurt. And so people are saying I'm quiet. Am I too quiet? How quiet am I? I hope I'm not like super quiet. I hope I haven't just been yapping to no one. I'll turn myself up a little bit. So you know, the guy's opening the yogurt, and let's say he comes home and he really wants the promotion at work, but he feels like he's not going to get it. And then he goes and he opens the fridge and he sees that his kid has taken the lid off the yogurt, and the kid ate the chocolate chips and the granola basically, and then put it back. So the plain vanilla yogurt's still in there, but the chocolate chips are gone. And so he sighs and then he just eats the plain yogurt, right? So you could say that the yogurt in this case is a symbolism for the fact that at the top of the thing he wanted was the good stuff, and he was trying to achieve having what he currently has, which is his job, which is the yogurt, and he wanted to mix in the good stuff, which would elevate him to something higher than he currently is. So that would sort of be like the promotion. He's going to become the manager of the project, and so the granola and the chocolate chip stands in for the elevation of his job to the next highest position. But he comes home and his kid ate it. And so he's realizing that what's holding him back from work is the fact that he has a family life, and maybe the guy who he's competing for the manager position is younger and he doesn't have a family, and so he doesn't have to call out when his kid is sick. And so as he's eating the yogurt, you as the reader, even if he doesn't internalize it, you as the reader, just from understanding the symbol, can say, oh my God, him eating the plain yogurt because his kid ate the granola is symbolic of the fact that his family is holding him back from getting the promotion at work that he wants. So the yogurt is a symbol for him getting a promotion at work. That is symbolism within the story itself. So you're sort of establishing the one thing, and then you're establishing the other thing, and you're connecting them through the idea. Another thing you could do is you could symbolize something to mean something outside of the work, right? Like a lot of times, again, with food, depending on how you're sort of staging a meal, you could relate food to different stories, right? There's the famous painting where I think it's Jupiter's eating his son, or you could relate it to Christianity because, people eat the body of Christ, and that's supposed to be like you're taking it into yourself in a good way. Or it could be like a cannibal thing, like a zombie thing. You're eating something that's unclean, right? You can use, I don't know why I'm stuck on food. I guess I had a very small breakfast. But you can use things in the story to symbolize things outside of the story and then pull them in, and then that can also give the reader further context. So it comes from establishing things, knowing outside references that your audience would also probably know, using different word choices in order to get across tone, right? You're not just writing the movie in your head, you're telling a story because words are magic. Okay, I did that all with my eyes closed. I'm looking at the chat for the first time. We're talking about yogurt, Saturn eating his son. Thank you, Absol. Mio, thank you for the membership. Cody the Viking, I hope that you enjoy it. All right, I've not looked at chat this entire time. Okay. So here's what we're doing today. Everybody in chat, I'm gonna ramble for another couple minutes, but if you want to be involved in today, you should download the Kahoot app. That's Kahoot, Kahoot, on your iPhone or Android, or I believe you can just go to like Kahoot.com if you're on a PC or on a laptop. So Kahoot. So what we're doing today, when I was streaming the other day, everyone loved the pasta question. I asked everyone what their favorite kind of pasta noodle was. And so we were talking about it in chat, and I put up a little poll, and people were like yapping about it. So today, we're going to look up at my messages, please. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll scroll up, Mio. We're going to talk about the FNAF characters. I don't see your message, Mio. I apologize. Oh, I've been posting a countdown from Majora's Mask each day. Tomorrow is a new dawn. Your birthday. Oh my god, tomorrow's your birthday, Mio? That is hype. That is hype. I know, I think you're a couple years older than me, I believe. And when you get to our age, it's like, birthdays aren't like the coolest day of the year. It's just kind of like, it's a nice day where you get to relax, right? It's not like oh my god, all my friends are going to come over and we're going to play pin the tail on the donkey. So birthdays are still special, but they're special in an adult way. And I think that that's something that, like, you hit a certain age and you're like, oh, this is how it's going to be forever now. But then you hit another certain age and you're like, you know what? This is how it's going to be forever now, but I'm cool with that. 35 tomorrow, says Mio. Yep, I just turned 30 a couple weeks ago, so we're getting up there. Anyway, so the Kahoot chat that we're going to do today is not going to be voting on, like, FNAF lore. It's not going to be a quiz. What we're going to do is we're going to do things like determining whether or not Freddy Fazbear is Boba or Kiki. So I'm going to have to explain those in a minute. But, again, right now, guys, download Kahoot if you want to participate. I currently do not have the premium version of Kahoot. So what's going to happen is the first 3 of you that get into the game are going to be the ones who get to participate. The first 3 of you to type in the code are going to be able to vote on whether or not Freddy Fazbear is Boba or Kiki. We're going to do this American election style, okay? So 3 of you are going to be like 50% of the vote. The entire rest of the chat, I'm going to put a vote like in the chat thing for them to vote, is going to be the other half. So 3 of you are going to have much more power than everyone else. But if you super chat your vote, then that jumps you ahead of everyone else. So money's the number 1 thing. Arbitrarily decided people who get more votes than everyone else is number 2, and then the general public is number 3. And we're going to determine things like if Freddy Fazbear or Foxy, Golden Freddy, are they Boba or Kiki? All right? So, what is Boba and Kiki? Boba and Kiki is a linguistic and psychological phenomenon that people were shown these 2 shapes on screen. You got the sort of Nickelodeon splat, bubbly one, and then you have the very pointy, like, ow, I got punched in the face in a comic book pointy one. And they were told, one of these is named Boba, one of these is named Kiki, which is which. And everyone always says the one on the left, the bubbly one, is Boba, and the one on the right, the spiky one, is Kiki. And this was studied, and they'll show people different images or different concepts and ask them to sort it into Boba or Kiki. And typically, people who, I'd say typically people group things the same way. So, for example, Golden Retriever, Boba, Pitbull, Kiki. Wednesday, Boba. Tuesday, Kiki. GiBi, Boba. T-Dreads, Kiki. Right? So it's whatever it is about these meaningless words. Something about the shape of the letters and the way that they sound. You have associations with different things, right? Waiting for chat to get to the T-Dreads GiBi thing. So you have different associations with different things. And people will, it kind of goes back to what I was talking about, the symbolism in literature and the way that you choose words that are synonyms but technically have different connotations, is the way that you associate them with things is entirely based on your psychology and your associations between the words and the letters with a concept. So someone just said, Wednesday is Kiki, and Absol saying Pitbulls or Boba. Tuesday is not Kiki, right? So what are the things that makes people associate one thing or the other? So with abstract concepts like Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's, we're going to get people to vote on whether or not they think it's a Boba or Kiki. And then down here, the window that you can currently see is a Photoshop window. So I'm going to add them to the list. So we're going to add Freddy and Foxy and Chica and Bonnie and Golden Freddy to the list of either Boba or Kiki. In a future stream, we are going to do FNAF 2, and then probably FNAF 3, and then probably FNAF 4. If this is popular, if you guys like doing this, we're going to do these for, like, all the animatronics. Now, as I said earlier, only 3 of you can participate in Kahoot, because I only have the free version. If we get to $40 of Super Chats, I will buy Kahoot Premium, and we will do the mode where, like, literally everyone in chat, I think it's up to 1,000 people, can participate and get a true democratic vote on whether or not these characters are Boba and Kiki. Now, because I didn't want to just stop at Boba and Kiki, we're going to actually have a couple other categories. So for each character, for Freddy Fazbear, we're going to determine if he's Boba or Kiki. We're also going to determine what Freddy Fazbear's D&D alignment is on the D&D alignment chart. Now, typically what this is you start with good, neutral, or evil. And then the other axis is lawful, neutral, or lawless. And so this 9 grid is able to put basically any character you've ever thought of somewhere on this grid. I've simplified it a little bit because, honestly, none of the FNAF animatronics are good. Even if you have, like, I guess, like, the puppet, right, might be the only one who's, like, objectively a good character, because all the other ones want to kill you. All the other ones want to kill you. So we're going to be putting them basically only on these 2 columns, the selfish or the oppressive. I've also renamed them a little bit. So, selfish might be something to the effect of, like, this character is acting in their own self-interest, but they're not necessarily trying to hurt someone. Whereas oppressive would be, they want someone to feel pain. They are actively going out of their way to cause pain, as opposed to just doing something for their own benefit. We have Tarian with $10 saying, okay, someone do the other 30. Don't worry. We're going to be doing this for a couple hours. Hopefully we'll be able to, to get a little more. The gal with the plan says the puppet also wants to kill you. Yes, but then by UCN, right, this is going to be the subjective element. By UCN, the puppet says, I don't hate you, but you have to stay out of my way. Right, so that seems like a very selfless attitude. So it's up to you guys to interpret whether or not we're talking about, like, strictly FNAF 2, the first appearance of the puppet, or the puppet across all mediums. Cacpiss, 10 PLNs, I don't know exactly what currency that is, but thank you very much. For democracy, for the Republic for Democracy. Are we doing the kids or the animatronics? So again, this is going to be a very subjective way of viewing the question, but I am going to personally interpret it as the animatronics themselves. But this is why the people who end up making it onto the stream, the 3 lucky of you who get to be in Kahoot, will have a lot of power over your interpretation of the question. So really, most of the characters are going to be in the selfish or oppressive column. And then there's follow the rules, doesn't care about the rules, and hates the rules. So what's the difference between these? Follows the rules would be like, they're in the case of an animatronic from FNAF, right? They're doing what is expected of them. They are following a strict set of guidelines. Doesn't care about the rules would be that they're not doing those things. And hate the rules would mean, and maybe you guys can figure out who I'm alluding to here. Hates the rules would be someone who breaks the established way that the things are supposed to work and does strange things. Again, you guys will see. We have another $10 from Wonderific. It's one democracy Kahoot, Michael. What could it cost? $40? That's an Arrested Development quote. That's great. Are you old like me and Mio? Do you watch Arrested Development still? So these are GiBi's keeping Kahoot in business. No, you guys are. And again, you don't need to donate the money right now. As we go, if you're watching this and someone says that Freddy Fazbear is a selfish, doesn't care about the rules Kiki, and you think that that's an awful decision and you hate that, you can donate money in chat to sort of sway the vote. Bragel, $20, let the people's voices be heard. We haven't even started, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I don't know how many a PLN is, but it seems that we've gotten to about the $40 amount. So next stream, I'm telling you, next stream, I will buy Kahoot Premium. We got 50 whatever R is from Statio, $10 for democracy. Oh no, guys. Oh, you guys are so kind. And this is for everyone. This is for democracy. You know, I said facetiously, you know, at the beginning that the 3 people who get on are going to kind of be like, I don't know, like the American Senate, where it's not really proportional. But that is how we're going to have to do it this time. But I promise you, next time we will use Kahoot Premium for FNAF 2, and we will get the people's choices, the people's for everyone. People are saying PLN is like $0.33. It's Brazilian. That's cool. 5 memberships from Just Because. Guys, you can save your money to sway the outcomes of the election, please. I think it'll be more fun if we have like a 51-49 split for someone being boba, and then someone comes in with a goat donation. But still, obviously, thank you. Thank all of you, especially Just Because. You used to be one of the regulars over on the weekly book streams. It's really cool to be able to talk to you guys again. That's really why I'm trying to do this, where I'm streaming twice a week, because I want to like talk with the chat the way that we used to weekly when the books videos were coming out. Okay, so the third category of thing we're gonna do, where we're sorting the animatronic characters. So Boba Kiki, D&D alignment chart, and then we're also doing Hogwarts houses because I'm a millennial. So if you're not a huge nerd like me, I have the attributes of each house listed next to it. So Gryffindor, that's typically people who are brave and courageous. They also have an element of, like, traditionalness to them, right? Why did Godric Gryffindor have a sword? Because if he ever dueled a muggle, he didn't want to use his wand. He wanted to use a sword because it was fair. Hufflepuffs, those are people who hard work, they're patient, they really care about friendship. If a Gryffindor is a jock, right, like they're the guy in the football team, Hufflepuff, that's like the guy who's in the lunchroom talking to the lunch lady and just being nice, and they really love food. Ravenclaw, those are the smart kids. Those are the kids who are playing D&D during lunch, or maybe like Magic the Gathering or something. Maybe their face is buried in a book. They're very curious, intelligent, witty, creative. They're the kids who decorate the school hallways before the big dance. They might not necessarily be prom king and queen, but they do put up all the decorations before the dance. And then Slytherin, they're not evil. These are not bad guys. These are not evil people. But they're leaders, cunning, ambitious, resourceful. These are people who will use what's around them in an intelligent way to get ahead. So we're going to be sorting all of the animatronic characters into Boba Kiki, Hogwarts houses, and D&D alignment chart. And this is what you guys are going to be able to vote on. What about Jedi and Sith? Where's the Star Wars representation? I think that that's a little too black and white. Especially with characters in FNAF 1, where it's like, oh, I don't know, what's Bonnie's opinion on, like, order versus the Sith's approach of power. I'm a Ravenclaw, lol. Anytime anyone says what house they are in, I lose respect for them. I think it depends on how old that person is. This is going to be rage bait for me. That's why we're letting everyone in chat also vote. You're going to play the new Resident Evil. I actually have all the old Resident Evils on my Steam page, and at one point I want to play them. In the future, I definitely want to do streams where I'm playing games, like video games, and so maybe those are the things that we can do in the future. Maybe the older Resident Evil games. Is GiBi a believer in the Grey Jedi? No. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. Some people don't like Harry Potter. That's fine, guys. We're not, the same way that when we talk about Five Nights at Freddy's, we're not saying, yes, I love Scott Cawthon's political opinions. When we're talking about Harry Potter, we're not saying that I love J.K. Rowling's political opinions. If you can deal with Scott Cawthon, you can probably deal with J.K. Rowling. I don't want to be a Hufflepuff. You were almost a GiBi sandwich. That's a line from the original Resident Evil. That is a good meme, and they reference it in FNAF Ruin. So we're going to get going with the 3 categories, and what we're going to do is I'm going to show the Kahoot thing on stream. If you have it on your phone or on your computer, you can type in the game pin or scan the QR code, and the first 3 of you who get in will be the ones who have most of the power for voting on these things. So, if any of you are new, because we do have quite a few people who've joined since the very beginning, Kahoot is K-H-O-O-T. You put it there, I'm a gamer. Kahoot is a thing that we're going to be using to basically vote on all these things. GiBi, what do you think about SCP Universe? I'll talk about that in a minute. So, If you have your devices ready, I'm going to be showing the code on screen, and the first 3 of you to join are the 3 who are going to be able to participate. If you name yourself something inappropriate, I'm going to have some stern words for you. But I'm going to show it. Everyone, ready, ready, ready. Again, first 3 people to get in are going to be the people who get to vote. 3, 2, 1. Type in the code or scan the QR, and then we're going to get going. I'm also going to be putting some of these questions in chat, so everyone who's watching is going to be able to vote on it. So it's not just going to be these 3 people, but they will have more say over other people. Stay EO, yes, I still know how to say your name. You were the first person to comment one of the first people to comment in the chat today, and you asked a great question about symbolism in books. I'm glad you got in. That's pretty cool. BBC for the British Broadcasting Company, and absolutely nothing else is here, and so is Zeron-O-Tron. Style. I can pronounce it as style. Very, very cool. All right, so you 3 guys, you 3 people, you're the ones who are going to have most of the power here. But again, we are going to be posting this in the side chat. Where's all the buttons? I'm not the best with technology. Okay, but we're going to get going here. And I'm also going to try to, how do I add a poll? So maybe we'll only do, I don't know. We'll take it slow. We're gonna maybe debate all of them. Maybe we'll have nice conversations about everyone's choices for them. But I will start a poll for Freddy, Boba, Kiki over in the chat that all of you can vote in. But we're gonna start. I'm gonna hit the start button. I did, just because for Kahoot, for some reason, you have to pick a correct answer as the quiz maker. So I picked what I would answer for each of these. So we'll see how you guys line up. So right now, if you're playing this, if you're one of the 3 people who got in, you should be able to select it on your phone screen or on your computer monitor, whichever one you logged in. So you're voting whether or not Freddy Fazbear is Boba or Kiki. And we're going to compare your guys to the live chat's vote. And we're going to compare you guys to what I said, and then we'll see where everyone falls. And we'll see where Freddy Fazbear goes. And once this is decided, it will be official forever. So 100%, by which I mean 2 of the 3 people, because the 3rd person didn't vote, voted for Boba. And right now in the side chat, 85% of you are saying Freddy Fazbear is Boba. This is, I think, also, this is the one that I said. I think that's pretty definitive. 81 votes. I think that, I think Freddy Fazbear, with his cute little cheeks and his microphone, he's definitely in his horror. I think he is definitely Boba. Style says, you thought there was more time. So it's going to be 20 seconds for the Boba Kiki and 30 seconds for the longer questions with the more options. If anyone is joining us, because Kubuswolbus just said, I missed the explanation of Boba and Kiki. So Boba over here, as you can see on this little window, that's a more bubbly, it's a more rounded idea, whereas Kiki is a lot more sharp. These are like psychological linguistic concepts. Bianca asks, people who pick Kiki, why? I agree. Springtrap is Kiki, maybe. I pick Kiki because he screams at us when he's in our office, says Kev1N. Again, like, I love hearing people's justifications for these things. That's actually why I was so curious to do this. So we have officially Boba'd Freddy. Now, as we get into these topics that have more than 1 or 2 different options, I think there's going to be people who have very vastly different opinions. So we are going to be moving on to the next question. This is going to be Freddy's Hogwarts house. Again, I will have that on screen on the bottom in case you aren't a huge nerd and don't know what all of them stand for. You can remind yourselves. I don't know. You know what? Yeah, I will. I'll start a poll. Freddy Fazzy. I'll just do Gryffindor. I'll do RHGHR. So you guys can vote that way. I thought, I could see, I'm like, oh my god, I can totally see there being a video on YouTube already that's like, what's every Freddy Fazbear character's Hogwarts house? And I'm like, wow, I really don't want to make that video, but I think that would be a cool 3rd thing to add into this little quiz. I think having 3 different categories that we're rating the animatronics on makes sense. Still only 2 votes. We have a Hufflepuff and a Slytherin. I put him as a Slytherin because I think him being all sneaky and trying to use the shadows and hiding in the bathroom to make his way toward the office is quite sneaky. It's quite cunning. And so I put him in that category. Right now we have 56% of people doing Gryffindor. Very, very interesting. I'd love to hear people's, he's sneaky, exactly. Insanity, Epic Gryffindor, because Freddy is the guy, TM. Interesting. See, this is a moment where the people who are in the game have a vastly different opinion than the people in the chat, and than me. Again, I said they were Slytherin, but that's because I was focusing on, resourcefulness and cunning to hide from us. In the shadows, you can only kind of see him in the dark. Also, whenever Freddy is on screen with another character, I think, because the characters can't overlap and be on the same screen at the same time, so I think you see the other person, right? Like, if Chica and Freddy are both in the main room, you can only see Chica. And so he's kind of, like, hiding behind them. I see that it's like he's using people, right? Like, that's not friendship. That's cunning. That's very Slytherin-y. I'm not reading that one out loud. Okay. He's the boss. He's a main guy. Freddy's the main character. He's a show-off. Okay, show-off. That is very, very Gryffindor-y. I feel like with such a definitive result over here in the side chat, I feel like I need to go with what chat says, even though none of the people, including myself, who are actually in the game, voted for that. I think it's such a definitive result that we have to put Freddy in Gryffindor, even if I disagree with it. This is you guys. This is your guys' vote, right? If you look at the title of the stream, you Solve FNAF and each vote matters. You guys, you have outvoted me. And now we're going to go to the next question, which again is a little more complicated. Again, I have the grid on screen down here that you guys can look at while you're voting. We're going to go to, and hopefully all the 3 people who are in the game vote on this one. You guys have 30 seconds. So Freddy Fazbear. Selfish follows rules, selfish ignores rules, selfish hates rules, versus oppressive, so evil, wants to hurt people, follows rules, oppressive ignores rules, oppressive hates rules. What I'm going to do for you guys is whatever options the 3 people who are in the game vote for are going to be the options I give side chat. So we're going to narrow it down to the, it could be as many as 3 votes that the people who are actually in the game vote for. Perfect. That's exactly what happened. Everyone voted for different options. So I'm going to put this in the side chat now. Freddy follows the rules 100%, says Clockwork Crystal. Well, we will see. Oh, we got to end the previous poll. Start a poll. Freddy. All right, what do we have? We have selfish, follows rules. We have evil, follows rules. And we have evil, hates rules. And those are going to be the 3 options for the people in the side chat. I put him in oppressive, hates rules. And here's my logic. I think that he is coming to get you. When Bonnie and Chica show up on the side doors, they're not necessarily, I mean, they will kill you because, the animatronics, it's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear Pizza, right? So they're going to shove you into the suits. Freddy is coming for you. Freddy is going to kill you. Freddy wants nothing more than to come into your office. He is coming for you. So I put him in oppressive as opposed to selfish. And I also put him as hate rules. I think that him hiding from you, he doesn't want to get caught. He's hiding in the shadows. He's hiding in the bathrooms. He will wait to move until you're not looking at him. But I think that he despises the rules as opposed to follows the rules. But I am very open to the interpretation that the reason Freddy hates you so much is because, what does phone guy say? Being outside of your costume is against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. So it's possible he only hates you so much because you're breaking the rules. So I do see both arguments, but I definitely lean in the oppressive hates rules category. But again, with a 3-way vote, the chat has voted 51%, not even a plurality, a majority of people are voting for selfish and follows the rules. Not even evil and follows the rules, selfish and follows the rules. That means he's doing it for himself. It's not hatred for us. It's not because he wants to hurt us. It's because he thinks it'll benefit him the most. Now, if you look at like the Week Before novel or interactive novel, you could argue that he's killing you because he wants to escape the building. Secret Company said he's not evil, nor does he follow rules. I think that he has to, again, we're not necessarily talking about the kids, right? We're talking about the characters. And the fact that they kill people, I think, prevents them from being good. Again, maybe with the exception of the puppet, but we're not talking about the puppet today, only the FNAF 1 animatronics. So this went a very different way than I thought it would. He kills rule breakers, says Sophie, right? So he's definitely a follow rules people in that interpretation. Absol says, he shows up reliably to enforce the consequences of power outage. Yeah, yeah. Chat definitely, you guys are definitely more in the follow rules category. I think combined, what is this? 77% think he follows rules. Yeah, I guess I'm personally, I'm just in the minority here. But this is why we're here. This is why we're all yapping about it. Again, despite, we have the three people who voted in the game had different options, but chat has decisively picked selfish and follows rules. So that's going to have to be where we put Freddy Fazbear. 2 results that I was not expecting. I'd love to know your guys, anyone who voted for that one, why is he selfish as opposed to oppressive, right? Why is he doing this for himself rather than doing it to, hurt, Michael or William if he thinks the night guard's William? Of course he follows rules, he's coded to do so. Maybe there might be an animatronic or a character later who we'll talk about who doesn't follow rules that they're coded to do. Alright, we're going to end this poll. 51%. That is decisive. People have a lot of opinions, and people agree on their opinions on Freddy Fazbear. But maybe this next character won't be so black and white, but maybe he will be... Hold on. Maybe he will be purple and blue, because he's Bonnie, and no one can agree if he's purple or blue. Thank you all. Ha 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 ha. Still voting. Someone says foreshadowing. I don't know if it's foreshadowing, because again, we're not doing the puppet today. Boba, Kiki, this is for Bonnie. This is for FNAF 1 Bonnie, chat. Just because it says get your horror homestead in order. You guys are participating. This is actually one of the more fun streams I think I've had, just because I'm getting to read all your guys' stuff. Freddy likes pizza and he only wants it for himself. Ooh, interesting. Okay, we have 3 Bobas. 3 participants said Boba. That is also what I said. And we have 78% currently in chat saying Bonnie is a Boba. Anyone who voted Kiki Bonnie, oh my god, none of these are words. None of these are correct words. I don't know how to speak. Who voted Kiki Bonnie? I want to hear your explanation. Bonnie is Boba, but Bonnie's guitar is Kiki. Bonnie's hard because he could be either. Bianca, you voted Kiki. Why? Why is Bonnie Kiki? I think this is pretty definitive. We're gonna put him in a. Oops, hold on. We don't need that. We don't need a new word. I'm just gonna add it to the list. Pretty Bonnie. That's not how you spell words. Bonnie. Bonnie is scary. Bonnie doesn't follow the laws of physics. He's Kiki because he's a rock star. So if he wants pizza. Someone clicked the wrong one. Guitars are Kiki. Sounds like Boba Fett, so he's Boba. Bianca says it's the gaze. His gaze is Kiki-ish. That makes sense. He is a very different, especially when he's in the closet, he's kind of looking up at you. It's a very different vibe than when he's like at the door and he's just kind of leaning in. Kiki because he's the creepiest. That makes sense. Just because says, mainly because you started saying it's us deciding if it's across the series, but then it was only FNAF 1 animatronics. Okay, so it is only FNAF 1 animatronics, but you can justify your reasoning using anything from across the series. So if you want to use the movie, if you want to use the week before, if you want to use these characters' appearances in UCN or even in FNAF World, that is fair game. But today we're only talking about the FNAF 1 animatronics. So we're only doing Freddy, Bonnie, Foxy, Chica today. But you can use your reasoning from across the rest of the series. So again, pretty definitive, 79% chat, Boba. I agree. Our senators in chat today agree. Our senators in the game agree. And we're just going to move on. We're going to go to... Is it Hogwarts next? I think I'm going small to fewer options to more options. Yeah, Hogwarts house. Is Bonnie brave, patient, curious, or resourceful? Ooh. Start a poll. This is Bonnie. I like this question because it's incredibly abstract. It's not necessarily like we could do like the Myers-Briggs or whatever, although people probably want to cancel that too. But the idea of sorting these animatronics that have like no speaking lines or no real personalities into these very abstract concepts of like, do you think this person makes a good friend, or do you think this person is more curious? And it's literally Bonnie from FNAF 1. I think it is quite interesting, especially compared to the Bonnie Kika, which Bonnie Kiki, the Bonnie Kika, because I'm used to saying Bonnie Chica. It's more vibes, right? Ravenclaw because he's blue. Ravenclaw AF. Ravenclaw, it fits best with his UCN description. Wow. Okay, so again, our senators have a lot of Gryffindor and one Hufflepuff, but Ravenclaw is almost at 50%. His personality is best friend, so it's Hufflepuff to me. Bonnie's Hufflepuff because he's the one who will wait at your door forever. And a lot of people, does this have fewer votes? It does. This is one that's a lot harder to come up with an idea. Tyrion and Penelope. Bonnie is Boba. Jeremy is Kiki. Jeremy is in the FNAF 2 guard. Or, no, obviously, duh. Oh my god, you mean the kid. You mean the MCI kid. Jeremy is Kiki. Are any of you guys watching the Fazbear bunch kids, the Fazbear gang kids, whatever it's called? I cannot believe I can't remember the title right now. It's a series. It only has 2 episodes right now, but it is incredible. It's this amazing show done in the style of Scott's earlier animations, and it's about the MCI kids, like before the MCIs just being friends and going to Freddy's, and it's creepy, but it's also really, really cool. It's actually incredible. Bonnie is too cunning. Fazbear Kids Clubs. Thank you, Zranotron, who's in the game. You're actually in the game right now. You get to vote twice. That's pretty cool. Bonnie disables doors, so that's cunning. People are saying Peek, he's Hufflepuff because he's a friend. Okay. So I said Hufflepuff. One person said Ravenclaw. 2 people said Gryffindor. Chat is saying Ravenclaw. This is this is a very split one, but this is also what I wanted from this, right? It's the discourse. It's the, what does your gut say about these completely nonsensical questions? Yeah, Fazbear Kids Club, thank you all. I think that because one of our senators voted for Ravenclaw, and because that's the clear winner in the poll, that's where we gotta go with Bonnie. Intelligence, curiosity, creativity, and wit. He does hide among the mops. He does, maybe curiosity, he's leading in the office to learn more things about you. Because he really, really wants to. Is Fazbear Kid Club on YouTube? Yes, it is. You can just search it. Zonotron says it's supposed to be the letter key, but YouTube doesn't let you mix alphabets there. Oof. Also, the thing with using that symbol is some people pronounce it key, some people say chi. So like even if you spell it out like you did, it's still hard for people to necessarily know what you're talking about. All right, so Absol says he's blue. Yeah. All right, Bonnie. Is he selfish or oppressive, right? Selfish or evil? And what is his opinion on the rules? The rules here at Freddy Fazbear. Once again, we're going to be... the 1 to 3 options that our senators pick are going to be the ones the chat gets to vote on. Unless it's definitive. If all 3 of our senators vote for the same thing I voted for, we're not even asking chat. We don't care about them. Okay, that's what they get for not being the first 3 people to log into Kahoot today. Oppressive follows rules. Selfish follows rules. Says Clockwork and then Seeker. Ooh. All right. We got a split. A giant split. Let me make the poll for you guys. Bonnie. We have... Selfish rules. Selfish ignores rules. And... oh, all of them are the selfish ones. Wow. Selfish hates rules. Everyone says Bonnie is selfish, including me. I put selfish follows rules. So I had him... the fact that he comes to the door and he's just kind of wandering around, right? Servos get locked up if they don't walk around, so he's following the rules. He's walking around. He sees you outside of your suit. He'll kill you. But he just kind of wanders. He just kind of does what he's supposed to. He's not oppressive. He's not there to kill you. He'll lean his head in, but he won't immediately attack you. So he's doing what he wants, but he's not necessarily an evil, malicious force. So I put him in the selfish follows rules camp. Sean Adia got Gowd $2 for Bonnie the Devil. Bonnie the Devil. Is that a vote for, I guess that would be a vote for evil, which isn't one of the options. If any of you do a super chat during like a voting segment, make sure you make it super clear, like which one you're putting your money towards. Selfish here is neutral, oppressive is evil, says Absol. Yeah, because none of the animatronics are actually neutral, maybe like JJ or something, but again, we're not talking about any of those cases today. But yeah, all of them are either doing what they want, because they're robots, and they don't care if you get hurt, or they're overtly coming to kill you. Bonnie doesn't feel evil, says Crash. Yeah, I think he's quite scary, but not necessarily evil. Based Bonnie. Bonnie the Devil, put that on a shirt, GiBi. My shirts are for clever puns only. Like Scare Bear, non-copyright infringing Scare Bear, single worms in Rome, things like that. Bonnie hates the rules. As one said before, they just teleport around the pizzeria. Yeah, and Bonnie can float. He doesn't follow the rules of gravity. That's true, that's true. Egg Baby is evil, but that's for a different stream. Oh, we have a really close tie. A really close, basically, tie between follows rules and ignores rules. I might end up being the tiebreaker, because I said he follows rules. Okay, now it's getting a little bigger in the other direction. It's a little more ignores rules. If we put the $2 super chat in the ignores rules category, because they said Bonnie's the devil, then that is actually significantly higher. Significantly more. Guys, we gotta use arguments. Piss, I'm sorry, I still don't know how to say your name, says, is this D&D oppressive not equal oppressive does not equal evil for me. It's modified D&D because all the animatronics are bad guys in that they're trying to kill innocent people. So it's the modified sort of D&D alignment chart. Demented, €5 or pounds. I still can't tell the difference. With this money I put forth, and I hope and pray we all get to play Kahoot next time. Also, this is the most English teacher thing ever, LMAO. Thank you, Demented. But which one? What is Bonnie? Candy Bunny is here. Imagine a guitarist who follows the rules. That's another good point. Maybe if it was like a saxophone, right? Like a jazz player, they don't follow the notes at all. GiBi, you're wrong, says Sophie. He just floats, so I think he ignores rules. He ignores the endo in the back room. Okay. That is a really, really good point. A lot of the animatronics, yeah, if you're not allowed to be naked at Freddy's, then why don't they shove the endos into the suit? That's a really, really good point. I think unless Demented here says follows rules, I think we're gonna have to give it to ignores rules. So Demented, you get your vote with your 5 European monies. So if you say follows rules or ignore rules, you're the deciding factor here. Just gonna wait for you to pop up in chat again. I think if you say that you don't have an opinion, then we'll stick with the poll for ignores rules. Ember says, I just jumped in and I'm lost. Hi, GiBi. Yeah, so any one of the 20 or so people who've joined since we started, we're sorting the FNAF 1 animatronics into different categories. I'll go over, once we start on Chica, I'll go over like Boba and Kiki and stuff again. You're an ignores rules! Ignores rules. Let's go. Selfish and ignores rules. So different. You guys categorized Bonnie different than Freddy. Very interesting. I guess even Absol said earlier the logic was sort of that Freddy is enforcing the power outage rule, so that makes sense. Don't be naked at Freddy's is managed. Oh, I'm not, not necessarily reading that. Violet Poppy says, like the stream. Heck yeah. All right, so if anyone's new here, we're talking about Chica now. We're sorting her into either Boba or Kiki. If you look down on the bottom of the screen, you'll see 2 symbols that symbolize the concepts of Boba and Kiki. Chica. Boba and Chica. Kiki. Start the poll. So Boba's more rounded and soft, and Kiki is more hardcore. Like I said earlier, GiBi is Boba, T-Dreads is Kiki. That's how we're that's how we're defining this. Okay, so all three senators and me put Chica as Kiki. And chat, yeah, Kiki AF. It's already 60-40. If you say Kiki, you're wrong. It says Psychedalia. Yeah, no, this is this is quite the interesting one. Yellow and pointy beak, definitely Kiki. Is yellow a Kiki color? I think yellow might be a Kiki color. She's literally a bunch of circles. Oh, and the cupcake is round. That makes sense. Cheeky is Boba for real. What? Oh, some of the Boba Chica people feel strongly about this. She is objectively rounder than Freddy and Bonnie, but she has the beak. She has the pointed candle and the cupcake. And I think when she stares in through the window, she's giving you a little side eye. That's pretty Kiki compared to Bonnie just leaning in and being like, hey, what's up? What's going on in there? Yellow is a Kiki color. I agree. Freddy, Bonnie, Boba, Chica. I'm trying to say Kiki or Chica. I say Cheeky. She is so round. How is she Kiki? This is quite split. Yeah, it's as of right now, it's gonna end up being Kiki because it was synonymous in the Senate. But yeah, this was an interesting one. I have a feeling that Foxy's gonna end up being very much more one-sided. But yeah, we have a Kiki Chica. Kiki Chica. Okay. Someone's spending money on this. Sal's Corner, €5. I need you to know that I bought The Field today at my local bookstore because of you. Also, Chica is Boba to me. Baby chicks are very soft. Okay, well, I'm glad you're supporting a physical bookstore. I will say that if you're going to be reading The Field or any of the quantum magic books, just make sure you go in with your head on straight. Make sure you go in with a high degree of skepticism against the things that it states are facts, because a lot of the Lynn McTaggart stuff isn't necessarily the highest form of scientific scrutiny, if you get what I mean. But yeah, someone donated Boba. I think that pushes in your guys' vote, in your guys' poll, the 44% Boba, 56% Kiki. I think the $5 donation pushes Boba just above Kiki. So now it's the side chat. It's Boba winning over with you guys versus the unanimous Kiki among the Senate. So I'd say unless Kiki can hit like 62%, let's say 62%, which I don't know if it's possible. We did get about 10 more viewers since I last checked. If Kiki can hit 62%, then it'll win Chica. Otherwise, it's much more of a 50-50 split. People are posting Totos in chat. This guy gets it. Kiki is pizza-shaped, and she eats. Kiki, you are what you eat. Yeah, I said that, and Boba people are actually showing up more. $5. I am certain Chica is Kiki. I'm willing to put money on it. $2. She's friend-shaped. She's Boba. No. $5. Chica is Kiki. Look at her personality. Yes, I'm petty. This one, okay, I will say, of the four, this is the one that I had the hardest time picking one, but I did go with Kiki. Right now, it looks like, what is it, $10 for Kiki and 7-ish for Boba. Yeah, just because I don't know how Euros translates. Jeez. Absol says, clearly what we should be doing is class-specting FNAF characters. So you're saying, like what role, like they'd be a bard or they'd be a paladin or whatever. She is such a Kiki bib. What are people on? The Let's Eat bib, it does have very sharp letters. And again, I agree. Someone said earlier, yellow is a Kiki color. Is this an auction now? No, I said earlier, this is American politics, okay? The three people who get to vote over here in the Senate get an outweighed voice compared to people in chat, but people who spend money get an even higher vote than them. $5. Chica is more Boba than Freddy or Bonnie. Chat doesn't want 3 Bobas in a row. 5 R's. Kiki, we don't talk about it anymore. I think this is still like $2 or so in favor of Kiki, although I don't know what R's translates to. Like in American dollars. No, it's a Homestuck thing, like Made of Blood. I read the first chapter or whatever of Homestuck. He had a firefly that he named Serenity because it was a Firefly the TV show pun, and he was walking around. I didn't get to the trolls yet, and also this was 12 years ago. The entire pizza is boba. Do you really think she would stop at a few slices? Someone did say so a slice of pizza is Kiki, but the whole thing is boba. So if Chica gives you a slice of pizza, that's a Kiki point, but if she gives you the whole pizza or she eats the whole pizza, then it's a boba point. I would counter, even if she eats the whole pizza, she is in fact eating 8 things that are Kiki. So even if she eats the whole pizza, she's still eating something that's Kiki. Are we counting the bib? Yes. We're also, again, if anyone wants to take into account UCN or FNAF World or the week before or any other, or the movie, right? Any other depiction of Chica. You know, she tries to put Abby in a Springlock suit. That's pretty Kiki. I'm just saying. Andrew is Kiki. Chica doesn't share food. Good point. Absol says, crazy that GiBi remembers Serenity. I had to think a moment to remember who that was. Well, yeah, because again, that's like literally the last Homestuck thing I read. And I was like, oh, it's Firefly reference. I like Firefly. If GiBi was a Homestuck content creator, maybe like when I read it one day, I'll have something to say about it. I do. It's one of the things that like, oh, I'd love to read that one day. I just haven't. 8 things becoming one GiBi. What an insane FNAF reference to make about the concept of pizza. She is not an evil creature. The bib is so boba. Other people are saying the bib was Kiki. She has a cupcake for a dog, so that's boba. Toy Chica is Kiki. Yes, but we're not talking about Toy Chica. That'll be next time. Chica would have anger issues, which is Kiki. She is the most evil in both movies. Her feet are Kiki. Yeah, hold on. Let me show, or I'll put the picture of Chica up. Can you guys still see that? Yes. Look at that. Look at her teeth. Look at her pointed eyebrows. Look at her pointy hair. Look at all the points on the exclamation marks and the apostrophe on her bib. Look at the point on the top of the candle. Look at her beak. Chica, it even sounds like Kiki. What does the cupcake from the week before mean for this? Exactly. Baby chickens are Kiki. They break out of eggs with their dinosaur beaks. Yes, but aren't baby chicks also very fluffy? Chica's personality is Kiki. Does Chica have a personality? She goes in the kitchen. Kind of rule breaky. Maybe we'll have to take that into account when we're talking about her alignment. Boba 100%, says Sophie. Rise up, my Boba brothers. This one's going to take forever. Hold on. She is so round. Look at her round head. We have 157 votes, and there's only 188 people watching. So I don't think the poll's going to really close in that much. Gosh, this is a hard one. Is the concept of 8 things becoming one thing's Kiki or Boba? I think that would be Boba because it's kind of like a friendly shape thing. Birds are evil. You people are evil. She's Boba because she has a friend. She's a foodie. I'm still talking about Homestuck that I don't understand. Her personality is inherently Boba. All caps. From Hamster Minute 107. Gas Station Rogers, $2. I have a very off-topic question for you. You feel free to ask, and you could have asked it in the super chat too, but I'll keep an eye out on your other stuff. Unwithered, what is happening, dude? If you want to hop in and call, maybe you can be our tiebreaker here. I'm in the streaming channel in my server. So and again, if you aren't able to, that's totally fine. But so if you know the concept of Kiki and Boba, if you don't, it's this thing on the bottom left here. So Boba is something that's very round, very blobby, very soft, whereas Kiki is something that's very hard and rough edges. So like I would say the one I keep using is that GiBi is Boba and T-Dreads is Kiki, or a cow is Boba and a rooster is Kiki. Although I guess if I say that, maybe I'm putting too many points into Chica's corner. The bib is round. The rest of the options will be much easier for Chica. I agree. Get out while you can, Unwithered. Hold on, I'm still looking for Gas Station Rogers off-topic question. I don't see any posts from them yet, but I'm looking out for it. Unwithered dropped the... No, I'm not reading that. Maybe I'm out of touch. What's Boba or Kiki? I just explained it. I'm probably going to explain it every time we start a new character because there are new people joining. But it's the concept of these things on the bottom left of the screen. The round thing is Boba and the pointy thing is Kiki. Birds are Kiki. Unwithered, I love your content, man. Yeah, Unwithered's newest video is literally the goat. Look into your heart, says Absol. Absol says goodbye. Yeah, Absol's a test they have to go do. Unwithered says, I'm out for dinner. Oops. I'm out for dinner for my girlfriend's birthday, but I don't understand Kiki or Boba. Well, happy birthday to your girlfriend. It's a lot of people's birthdays. Mio's birthday's tomorrow. BV Studios' birthday's today. That's crazy. Chica is Kiki, but her cupcake is Boba. Unwithered says, I would say Chica is Boba. Oh, see, you're voting against what the chat is. The chat is 55% Kiki. T-Dress is totally Chica. I regret my vote. Chica is Boba. Her vibes are Kiki. Guys, this is so hard. Are Boba and Kiki about physical properties? It's everything. Okay, I was saying that the way that she looks into your office through the window is Kiki, but I do think that the cupcake might be Boba. Her face is Boba, but her beak is Kiki, but I think her breaking into the kitchen and doing stuff off camera is a little Kiki, so it's everything, it's vibes. Her putting Abby in the Springlock suit, that's Kiki. Tyrion, $2, Kiki. That one right there might be, what puts it over the edge. Okay, New Metal Overlord just became a night guard. What's your vote? Boba. Oh, no. This is so split. GiBi and the madness. Okay. I'm going to... Unwithered said, never say I'm not a spender in the worth. Have a good stream. Her whole vibe being eating is Boba, says Unwithered. That's true. That is true. The fact that we're arguing is very Kiki. Yes, but we're having a polite argument, which is quite Boba. A discussion, right? A friendly discussion, engagement, and whatever is Boba. Chica is Kiki. She can't help if she has a Boba body. Candy Bunny says, Kiki and Boba is something you feel in your heart and pretend was a rational decision afterwards. Yes, Candy, what's your vote? Unwithered says, Foxy's 100% Kiki, though. No one can disagree. I have a feeling that is what chat will end up with, Unwithered. It's a coin flip. Boba, even though her name is very Kiki, says Gremlin. Her personality is in fact... No, I'm not reading that. GiBi, did you make up this terminology? No. This is a very famous linguistics and psychological study. Kiki for sure, says Candy. Oh my god, disagreeing with Unwithered! Even if I gave you guys like more weight for your votes, because you're both theorists, you cancel each other out. That's crazy. The vibes are Kika. Gas station. Hold on, I should be able to... Oh. Can I view? How do I see someone's message? Here, just because I skipped, I'm trying to find gas station Roger's question. I might pick someone random in chat and have them be the coin flip. There's an older movie called AI. It's about a robot boy named David. Have you seen it? Yes, and David's played by Haley Joel Osment. That's a I think it was the last movie worked on by Stanley Kubrick, and then he died, and then Steven Spielberg took over. But I saw that like years and years and years ago. I might have to look into it. I think, unless I'm thinking of the wrong movie, but I think that might be a reference to 2001: A Space Odyssey, where the artificial intelligence is named. No, not the artificial intelligence. The astronaut is named David. I can't let you do that, Dave. My name is David. Chica is Boba. Kiki. I have a feeling we have 179 votes and only like 180 people watching. I think everyone has said their piece. Kiki is winning in the side chat. Kiki was unanimous in the Senate. People are yelling Boba. Candy Bunny and Unwithered cancel out. Okay. Some people say that they regret their vote. So here's what we're going to do. This will be, because it's such a coin flip, even for me, even though I voted Kiki, it was very close for me. Boba Kiki. This poll, I'll give it like a minute or so. Once it has like over 100 votes, this will be the definitive answer, unless someone wants to donate again. Everyone's saying Kiki, Kiki, Kiki. It'd be hilarious if Scott got inspiration for David from that movie. Kiki, but only based on FNAF 1. She's Boba other places. Rat Cube, $5. Who will vote for Michael IBS theory? Are you saying his odor comes from incontinence? Is that the implication? What do you mean 50-50? What do you guys mean 51-49? Now 51-49 the other direction. This is insane. Now Boba's winning this one. And now Kiki's winning. Now Boba's winning every time it refreshes. Oh my god. Gremlin says, give my vote more weight because I'm green. Yeah, but Gremlin, you gotta say which one your vote is. If you say it in chat, I'll remember it. I'm a gamer, question mark. Yeah. Boba to glory, Red M and Kiki. Michael has IBS. Okay. Boba is winning. Boba is winning by 3%. I wasn't expecting any of this. Oh my gosh. It's Boba. Everyone in chat, Boba, rise up. It's so split. Mio, remember for 4 months. GiBi, what's your zodiac sign? I'm a goat. You are the goat. This is so much fun. Y'all made this year a great one for me. Thank you. Well, thank you for being here. I love whenever you pop up in like me and Unwithered streams and Teacher Eds. Like you're all over the place. You're one of the people that we always look forward to seeing in the comment section. I was born in January, so I'm a Capricorn. I don't know if that's like a sheep or something. But that is what I am. Where is Gremlin says Boba, and Boba is winning 53-49 with 120 votes. This is wild. Mio, since you're a member, what's your vote? $2 from the person who's who's literally a senator, Zanotron. Chica Kiki victory, and then $5 from Sean Boba. Oh my god, guys, I'm going crazy here. The goat is Kiki. Chica's her own category. She doesn't conform to labels. Yeah, and I think the cupcake might be adding for that. And the vote is obviously Boba. What in the world? She is so Kiki. Okay. Mio. Just send a message if you're still in chat. Just Boba or Kiki. I'm going to give that a lot of weight because you are one of the goats here. Draz, welcome to chat, Draz. What's Kiki and Boba? So as you can see on the bottom left of the stream, Boba is more soft and round. Kiki is more sharp and abrasive. This is a psychological and linguistic concept where you're kind of using vibes to determine what something is. And right now we're all voting on if Chica is more Kiki or more Boba. Mio says Boba. Sal's Corner, $2. I'm joining the war for Boba on the side of Boba. Boba is currently winning by 3%. And I did say that we would abide by what the chat says. 130 votes out of like 190 people watching. I think I'm going to give it 5 more seconds. And I think we're going to have to end it here with Boba. 5. Draz, say Boba. Yeah, Draz, let me know what your thing is. I think we're sticking with Boba for now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to refresh the page. Total refresh. And the winner is, it's not showing on my stream because the stupid AI chat is saying, viewers in chat are saying passionately between Boba and Kiki in the poll. And I can't see it. There we go. Okay. Mio says Boba, and I'm the goat Chinese zodiac. You GiBi, I think I'm a rat. I'm 96. I think that's a rat. Okay, Boba wins. 84%. We're ending it here. I'm sorry. Draz voted Kiki. Boba wins. This was... That was a crazy one. That was wild. I'm sorry, Bobas, but there will be time. There will be time for you to strike back. Never forgive Cheeky Nation. Kiki Nation. I'm so euphoric. I might have to do like a Twitter poll, or I'll do a full YouTube poll later to get all 100,000 of my subs. Maybe we can ask a bunch of theorists. I love democracy. I love the Republic. I am the Senate. Goatfish. Bobians won. I always laugh when people call me a goat in chat. I I feel so torn up about all of that. Everyone's saying it was a war. It felt like a war. I felt like I had to be like a neutral judge over like a war that was going on. Jeez. Why are you apologizing to Bobas? I'm apologizing to everyone for sitting through that. History in the making. Yeah, this is gonna be what divides the FNAF community. Oh my gosh. How much money do you have now? Definitely enough that I will be buying Kahoot Premium for when we do FNAF 2. Jeez. Okay. So it is on the page. It will not change. They are all boba. Draz says Kiki. So, for the people who've just joined, we are taking the FNAF 1 animatronics and we're splitting them 3 ways based on vibes. First, we're doing Boba Kiki. Then we are doing Hogwarts houses, but not really Hogwarts houses. Really just the completely arbitrary attributes that come with each house. Because, again, if you're not a total nerd, then this might not be as interesting to you. But it's really between bravery and courage, and then like things like friendship and patience and fairness, intelligence and creativity, or cunning and ambition. So those are the attributes that we're now voting for Chica. And I'm going to... I think that this one, I think Hogwarts houses, and then the next one we're doing, which is D&D alignment, I think this one's going to be much more one-sided. Like, I don't think that we're going to really have to debate about these for very long. What do we got? What do we got? We have 1 Gryffindor and 1 Slytherin. Did one of our 3 senators drop out? Interesting. And I said Hufflepuff. And chat saying Gryffindor. This is crazy. Gibson, Harold Potter is lame, says Gremlin. Hufflepuff, Chica supremacy. It was rigged. I feel like this one's obvious. That was easy. Her entire moveset is support. That's true. We can use FNAF World for our logic here. Hufflepuff. 84% Hufflepuff. Yeah. Yeah, even though the 2 senators didn't vote for that, that's what I voted for. She eats a lot. She's a support character in FNAF World. She has her friend. Friendship is one of the key aspects, and she has her little cupcake. She literally walks everywhere with her little friend. And I think that she, you kind of pair her with Bonnie. Both in FNAF 1 and in FNAF 4, she has Bonnie as her match, her pair. Foxy's a bit of a loner, Freddy's a bit of a loner, but he's the leader. I really think that Chica's a strong Hufflepuff, and we do have 80% of the chat going with Hufflepuff, so I think that's pretty solid. Which is interesting, because they're all... So far, we voted that the 3 animatronics are all boba, but they all get different Harry Potter houses. It's crazy. Gremlin says, I abstain because I pretend that Harold Porter doesn't exist. That is totally fair, which is why, if anyone so chooses, we can pretend that we're not talking about Harry Potter houses. We're just talking about arbitrary categories that are defined by either courage, friendship, creativity, or leadership. So we can just use those names. We can use non-branded names if you so choose. But yeah, no, we're going with Hufflepuff with that one. That was a strong decisive victory. And now we're going alignment. So again, this is based on the D&D alignment chart. It's a little different because again, none of the animatronic characters are good, besides maybe the puppet, but we're only doing FNAF 1 today. So we have the categories are either selfish or oppressive. And then between those, it's follows the rules, ignores the rules, or hates the rules. So, whoever the 3 categories that get voted on by our senators are the ones that we're going to post over here for you guys. I think one of our senators left, so I guess I will be the deciding vote, or not the deciding vote, like the 3rd category. We have selfish, follows rules. We have selfish, ignores rules, and we have my vote, which was evil or oppressive, follows rules. So those are going to be the 3 for Chica. Did it post? Yes. I've never read Coming Home. Coming Home is interesting, yeah, because she did, she was kidnapping Susie, but she did let Susie move on once they found the doll at the end, so that is kind of following rules coded, I guess. No selfish hates rules? No, because none of the senators voted for that candy. So it's what the categories that the 3 senators vote for, although I think one of our senators left. So the 2 senators and me vote for are the ones that now chat gets to vote on. How can you say that Chica follows rules? Well, she goes into the kitchen, so that's not really rule following. But I think that breaks rules in this context would be something like Freddy, who hides in the darkness, or Foxy, who breaks out of his tent thing to come find you, or maybe Golden Freddy, who's literally breaking the coding of the game. So I put Bonnie and Chica in the follow rules category, and I think that she is malicious. I think that she's coming to eat you. And I say that because I am most scared of Chica. I find Chica terrifying in FNAF 1. Mio's asking GiBi what color is Ravenclaw. In the books, Ravenclaw is gold. In the movie, they made it silver to make it stand out from Gryffindor. So it's gold and blue, not silver and blue. So if you're asking me, the books or the movie color, which one do you prefer? Or if you're asking me for actual information, that's the answer. It is gold and blue. Crash says, Candy Bunny, welcome to democracy, angry face. Yeah, with a three-way split, we have a majority, again, not even a plurality, a majority, saying selfish, so not evil, just selfish, does what she wants, but ignores the rules. And I'm guessing it's about the fact that she goes in the kitchen. She's probably not allowed in the kitchen, the camera's broken in there, but she does it anyway, so that's selfish and ignores rules. I understand. It's bronze, not gold. Thank you, Armenian Russian. I swore it was more bronze in color, says Mio. Yes, I got the fact wrong. Make me lose all my cred. She's a rule breaker. Chica is kind. Is that not an option? Chica is kind. Chica will eat your face. Chica will shove your head into an animatronic suit and get you killed. Her personality is that she eats pizza. She's selfish. I don't know about that. I don't know if eating pizza is selfish. She's stealing from the kitchen, says Candy Bunny. Give you please run off voting. Okay. What do you mean, run off voting? You want me to put like the two that win the most? There's no reason to do that. It's a majority, 59%. Even if everyone in both categories voted for the same second place, selfish ignores rules would win. Which is 1/3 of the senator votes. She's stealing from the kitchen. That's illegal. Yeah, Candy, if you want to join the stream, you totally can. I'm in the side chat in the GiBi server. Unwither can't because he is out to food. Chica is kind to me. Smiley face, says Gremlin. It's not illegal for her to steal stuff from the kitchen because it's her food. Yeah, I'm sorry, people who disagree, but this is a definitive bangs gavel response. Selfish ignores rules. And she's next to Bonnie, which I also think is appropriate. I think that they're very similar characters. In FNAF 1, again, they're kind of paired up. They're buddies. Chica doesn't work in the kitchen. She's supposed to be on stage. Okay. Alright. So, now we are... I'm going to refresh my thing again because it looks like it's lagging. We are now moving on to Foxy. And we're going back to Boba and Kiki. In case you are new, Boba and Kiki, as you can see in the bottom left corner, are psychological and linguistic concepts that are based around these shapes. They showed these two shapes to different people and told them which one is Boba and which one is Kiki. And like 100% of people said that this one is named Boba and this one's named Kiki. And it's based on vibes. It's based on the way that it sounds coming out of your mouth when you pronounce Boba and Kiki. It's based on the shape of the letters. It's based on vibes. And so now we can put anything into the Boba or Kiki category. And we have a unanimous Senator 3-vote consent. That Foxy is Kiki. I feel like I don't even have to do this, but because I'm gonna know the result here, but I think it'll be important to show this and compare it to like the Chica vote to see what's more definitive. Everyone's saying he's the most Kiki character. Kiki. If you pick Boba, are you okay? 114% Kiki. If someone says Boba, I'm going to file a lawsuit. Someone else says, Foxy is chill. He is Boba, but I will vote Kiki. 98%. Do we have 100 votes? We have almost 100 votes. This poll is insane. It's so obvious, guys. I mean, let me get the picture up. He is physically sharp with all the tears on him. He has the hook. He has the pointy teeth on the top and the bottom. His ears are pointed. His feet and his other hand is pointy. He's a pointy guy. He's a sharp guy. The X in his name, the Y in his name. He has a grating accent, you know, a Yorg, a pirate accent. He is the kikiest of all kikis. Boba votes are misclicks. Fox key. I should have expected there would be some trolls. Yeah, it looks like we're at 100 votes exactly. So only 3 people voted Boba, and I also think that they're trolling. Kiki gives the expression of sharp, so he's definitely Kiki. Yeah, we don't even gotta explain ourselves. Quite obvious. Foxy is Kiki. Mangle's the kikiest, says someone. Well, next time when we do FNAF 2, and I can have all of you in cahoots, so we'll have more senators, we'll be able to vote on Mangle. $5 from Gremlin. I just stole food from work. Does that make me evil? Justice for Chica. Who was saying that stealing was evil? Was that Candy, or was that just someone else who was talking about the kitchen? Withered Circle is here. Hello, chat. What are we doing, GiBi? Well, Withered, if you want to hop in, I know that you said earlier that you were busy, but if you want to hop in, you can. We are sorting the FNAF 1 animatronic characters into different groups. So the first group is Boba versus Kiki. Boba is softer and more round. It's the shape you see on the left, and Kiki is more sharp and abrasive. It's the one you see on the right. We have just officially sorted Foxy into Kiki. New Metal Overlord, $2. Foxy is a good guy, so he is actually Boba. Okay, 2014 fan in there. Although Scott did say it in an April Fool's post. Yeah, Withered's away from home. I know you're not available, but I would have given you more votes. Selfish does not equal evil. Stealing from a multi-million-dollar corporation is morally correct, says Mad Dog 2010. Withered says he knows about the Boba Kiki thing. All right, so we're now moving on to Foxy. So the next category, the first is Boba Kiki. The second is non-labeled. Maybe can I delete these? I don't know. No, I can't because of the way that that quiz is worked up. Is non-proper noun places that include attributes such as courage, patience, curiosity, or leadership ambition. This is for Foxy. Again, we're just doing letters here, so I don't need to write them all out. All right, this is going to be interesting, because I think a lot of people, yeah, W. Barch from Withered Circle, a lot of people have very different characterizations of Foxy. Is Foxy a good guy? That's going to be a lot of people's determination for what they go with this theory. Someone says, friendship was the real treasure all along. That is a Foxy quote. Foxy is also a character that... I would say he doesn't really change between games, right? If you see him as just sort of a silent character in FNAF 1, you know, he's breaking rules, he's running down the hallway. So I put Gryffindor, and I put that there because he's running. It's kind of like the jocks of the world. And he has the courage to sprint into a door. So that's why I put him in Gryffindor. We have Ravenclaw and Slytherin from the other senators, and chat is going, oh my god, majority Slytherin. Foxy's the villain of the group. That's why he's separate. He is also the villain of the group in Freddy and Friends on Tour, which you could use because it's FNAF 1 classic Foxy. There is a saying, as cunning as a fox, so it's as sly as a fox. But I think cunning and sly are very similar. That's a great one. The cunning of a pirate, or a fox for that matter. I think that when I made the quiz and I had to pick one, I think I got it wrong. I think I would definitely put it as Slytherin. Oh my god, it is the Candy Bunny. She is here. There. She is here to help us. Can you guys hear her? I haven't
been in public in so long.
It's been a while since you were on a stream. Can you guys hear her? I mean,
public.
Yeah. No, I thought you meant like you were down a rabbit hole and like you physically haven't seen the sun.
No, I've seen the sun.
the snowberries through a window in your little hobbit hole. Can you guys hear Candy? What is her volume compared to my volume? Can you hear her at all? People don't seem to know that you're here yet. There we go.
Candy.
Candy all day. Candy. You cannot say Slytherin without Sly. Sly is a fox. Yes, you can. Okay. Everything on red, $10. Your Lonely Freddy video horrifies and delights me at how much BS you and Professor McDykel were able to extract from a story you don't even like. You're the best. Thank you for keeping me entertained at work. And then it looks like a little yellow bird emoji. You are very welcome. In case people either haven't seen my 36-hour video or haven't seen my Lonely Freddy video, that's the one where I got my real-world brother, who is also has a philosophy degree. I told him, I'm like, I really hate this story, but there's a lot of talk about, like, the philosophy. At one point, he's like, "Oh, I'm using my sister." So I was like, "Hey, can you like write an essay for me so I can focus on the rest of the video and the silly Golden Freddy FNAF stuff, and you can do like the actual analysis." And then he wrote a letter in character instead of originally I was like, "Oh, can you like write a little script for me to talk about this stuff?" But then he wrote a letter. I'm like, "You know what? I'm going to read that whole thing out." And I had Toto do it. She's a little low. Yeah, I'll turn up your volume a little bit.
I was Kiki for Chica, by the way.
Well,
that's not to you. That's just someone in chat.
No.
His name Illumu. I don't even know, man. I don't know how you read these names.
Oh, I just vibe with it. I just guess.
Just say some syllables.
Yeah, if you
I
get
should
the
just start
first
responding to people in chat based off whether their name is Boba or Kiki to me. Oh, to Kiki in chat? Yeah.
This is Foxy. Yeah, if you get the first couple sounds right and the last couple sounds right, people will be happy enough that you said their name. All right, definitive Slytherin victory for Foxy here. So now we're gonna move on to D&D alignment, quote unquote D&D alignment. Someone said Candy frowny face. Cancel her for Kiki Chica. Oh, people are mad.
Canceled. I have such a clean record.
This is what'll do it. Oh my gosh. So every time we cycle through all the options, I have a feeling there's going to be new people here who aren't entirely sure what we're doing. So we have, this is based on the D&D alignment, but it's not literally literal. I tried to do it as best I can. Oh, okay. It looks like the senators are unanimous that Foxy is oppressive and hates rules. Candy, I'm adding you as an honorary senator. Where would you put Foxy? Yeah. Where do you put Foxy on this 6-point alignment chart?
Oh no. I didn't think about this beforehand and I was texting somebody. Oof. He can't be selfish, right? He's out to get you. I mean, he's funny. He's not necessarily evil, but he's definitely out to get you.
Yes.
Does he follow rules? He follows the camera.
Well,
I don't know. I would say, he's a pirate. He can't follow rules. Does he hate them or does he ignore them? But we already have oppressive hates rules. So I guess do oppressive ignores rules to add another option.
Okay. So Chad will have to vote on it.
Yeah.
All right. I think, him being a fox, him being a pirate, ignores...
Maybe you should give them the option of selfish hates rules. I feel like some chat might vote for that.
Well, we're sticking with the senator's picks.
Dang it. Are senators supposed to represent the people, or is that the
senators get they get an outsized vote. They get more power than the people. I think that yes, he obeys, quote unquote, obeys the camera from a gameplay perspective, but I think that's just him breaking the rules and trying to get away with it. He won't move if you're looking at him, but that's only because he knows that like something will happen if he doesn't. So I don't think that's really about rules. I think he really wants to get to you. He's a captain, he's a leader, so he needs to care about rules. He's shy, the pirate codes. I refuse to vote because he's selfish. It's more like guidelines. That's a quote from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Hey Candy Bunny, I saw you in the latest Jujutsu Kaisen episode.
What?
I don't know. I've not seen the latest episode, so I don't know what that means.
Wait, is the next season of JJK out?
Yeah, there's new episodes that are coming out. I have not seen them.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not caught up. Don't spoil me, chat. But I have watched JJK, which is incredible because I've watched nothing in this life.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, you're in it though, so you don't have to watch it. Like you lived through it.
Yeah, that's right. I was in it. I know what happened and what will happen.
Pirates wouldn't exist without rules. Making your own rules don't count. People are saying that in the game there's rules to beat him, but then someone else says, of course there are. It's a video game.
True.
It looks like hates rules. Again, unanimous amongst our two senators, and then that's me, and then hates rules is winning in the polls. So we're giving him oppressive, and hates rules. Putting him separate from the other animatronics. I like this little spread we have. GiBi out of follows rule options. Nope. Foxy is officially in the hates rules and oppressive category. Now we've done the entire band. We've done all the FNAF 1 characters, so the game's over. Whoops! Oh my god, wait, hold on. Is there a secret fifth? Is there a secret fifth animatronic character in Five Nights at Freddy's? Interesting. That's so weird.
Sparky?
Yeah, Sparky. Create poll. Golden Freddy. The senators already voted. Boba, Kiki. And they're split. They're split 50-50. What's your senator vote for Golden Freddy? Boba Kiki. Do you know the Boba Kiki thing?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you don't know it. You feel it. It's
Okay.
not a thing you can know. It's all vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Golden Freddy. Kiki. Clearly.
Okay. So I said Boba.
Don't say it in that tone.
I said Boba, you said
Okay.
Kiki. And the senators are also divided. So the four of us, are totally split 50-50. I just think that he's a little round guy, and he's kind of slumped over like he's taking a nap. It's pretty Boba to me. Although chat is saying Kiki. He's too vengeful to be Boba.
Definitely. Do I get to... Should I still vote on this stream even though I was a senator, or is that, like, cheating?
No, you can vote. Like, in real life, senators can vote twice. Bite victim is Boba. Cassidy is Kiki. That's why we're split 50-50.
Very Kiki.
Yeah. Cassidy and Andrew are, like, the Kikiest. Kiki is more
But
chaotic.
a Springlock is so Kiki.
Springlock is Kiki. It's Kiki to twitch and shake like Golden Freddy. But then someone else says he's just a sleepy little dude. I agree. He sits there and does nothing. That's Boba. Thank you, Demented.
Teleporting? Kiki.
No, teleporting is lazy. It's Boba. Although, making words fly in front of your face and your vision is pretty Kiki-ish. It's like invading your space.
Once again, yellow. Kiki.
Yeah, yellow is Kiki. We did establish this. Rise up Kikians. Andrew transcends Boba and Kiki. Twitching is Kiki. The Springlock isn't engaged. I'm indifferent. Yeah, it looks like Kiki's going to end up winning on the percentages, but it is 50-50. Put him on the middle. Yellow characters are the hardest. So I get that, because yellow seems like it's a childhood innocent color. It's the sun. It's like, there's like a Teletubby that's yellow. But I definitely think yellow is Kiki. Even if, like, sunflowers and daisies are yellow, I think it's still a Kiki color. Crashing the game is Kiki. Andrew is below the constraints of Boba and Kiki.
I think the only thing that's
Kiki.
Boba is being a bear. A bear, very Boba.
I don't know, if a bear's, like, growling at you, sharp claws. It depends if the bear's angry. If the bear's loafing around, it's Boba, which Golden Freddy is.
I love bears. All bears, Boba to me.
Gremlin, I need to stop donating money. I'm going to be eating ice soup. Yes, but Gremlin, are you Boba or Kiki? Gremlin, if you say you're Boba right now, we'll continue the argument. If you say Kiki, it's over. 1987 is a Kiki year. I agree.
True.
I agree. It's Me is very Kiki. It's Me is Kiki. Being a ghost is Boba. I agree. Bear is Boba. Golden Freddy is Kiki. Bear is soft and friend-shaped. Andrew is out of the bounds of Boba and Kiki, out of every character in the franchise and extended media, including the fanverse. He's not loafing around, bro. He's dead and twitchy. Oh my gosh, I'm waiting.
Very Cassidy Christmas, Boba or Kiki? Oh wait, it said no Cassidy Christmas.
No
Sorry.
Cassidy Christmas.
Exactly.
I mean, some of those songs are Boba, some of those songs are Kiki. Being a vengeful ghost is Kiki. Ice Soup is Kiki. Gremlin, we're waiting for you to cast the winning vote. 1983 is Boba. I agree.
I don't have strong feelings on that.
3 is Boba, 7 is a Kiki. I love bears, but brown bears and polar bears are Kiki. The twitching in UCN is Kiki. The jump scare is Kiki. And No Cassidy Christmas on a whole is Kiki. Yeah, there's songs like Vanessa ASMR that really, really push it in the Kiki Vanessa. The Kiki Vanessa? The Kiki direction. Oh no. Hold on. The Big Bite is Kiki. Oh, someone posted a Scrungles. Scrungles are Boba.
True.
Toto is Boba. Yeah, facts.
True.
Gremlin, Kiki. Okay, yeah, it won the vote. Gremlin donated money for it. That's the winner.
Heck yeah.
Wow. Okay, so like now that we have the 5 band members, would you say that Golden Freddy has, more in common with Foxy than the other 3? Like, is this a fair grouping of the 5?
Mm. More in common?
Okay, well, like Bob and Kiki-ness,
Well, okay, in terms of being Boba and Kiki, yeah. But that's I don't know.
All right, Golden Freddy.
Because like, how could Golden Freddy have more in common with Foxy than with regular Freddy?
Well,
but like everything that is different between him and Freddy is what makes him more Kiki.
Would you say that Freddy and Golden Freddy are very different in that they split off from each other? Right? It's kind of like, oh, well, the heads and tails of a coin are opposite, but they're also literally 2 sides of the same coin. Is that different or the same? Ooh.
No, 2 sides of the same coin. That's Freddy and Bonnie.
Okay. Okay, so we're on to the non-properly nouned 4 boxes that are defined by courage, patience, curiosity, or leadership. And we have a vote for Hufflepuff, a vote for Slytherin, and I said Ravenclaw. Now, I know that you're not really a Harry Potter person, Candy, but based on these 4 boxes with their descriptions, where would you put Golden Freddy?
Top word is most important: bravery, hard work, intelligence, ambition.
Yeah, but you can use all the words.
Okay.
2 spirits sharing
certainly
Hufflepuff.
Certainly not Hufflepuff.
Ooh.
I don't know. I feel like Slytherin, right? I mean, Cassidy's kind of a leader.
You could say that.
And ambitious.
Yeah,
and cunning.
Mm-hmm. I think changing the posters on the walls a little creative. That was my entire purpose. 2 heads are better than 1. That's why I voted Ravenclaw.
I could definitely see bravery and courage over ambition and leadership.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know about selfless. That's a little much for the toy shink.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Slytherin.
Okay, chat is also plurality Slytherin, and one of our senators voted, and you voted. So even if it's not a majority, it's only a plurality, and Ravenclaw's a little close behind. I think that is a victory for Slytherin, which again, Golden Freddy is now sharing with Foxy.
Dang.
Interesting. I guess, they are the odd ones out. Foxy's the odd one out in the band, and then Golden Freddy's the odd one out among all the FNAF 1 characters. And now we're doing off-brand D&D alignment. So once again, only what the senators vote for, including me and Candy, are going to be the options given to you guys in chat. And I forget what I voted for. What would you put here? Selfish or oppressive? And does he follow rules? Oof. Pretty definitive result. Still waiting for your answer.
I get so much more time than the rest of the senators because I'm not on the code. So yeah, kind of. Honestly.
Oppressive hates rules?
Yeah, I'm struggling with the difference between selfish and oppressive because they're not a dichotomy. Like Golden Freddy is so selfish and so oppressive.
I would say that because again, none of these characters are good. So I'd say selfish is they're doing something for their own benefit, like Chica eating in the kitchen, whereas oppressive is they're trying to cause pain on others, like Foxy running as fast as he can towards her office.
I mean, like, they are trying to cause pain towards you, but they're also, like, so selfish in the most, like, the most literal definition of selfish. Like, only cares about themselves and what's best for them, and what's best for them is killing you. I don't know. Maybe selfish hates rules.
All right. Well, we'll put that up so that there's something for the chat to vote on.
Bet.
Someone did say, are we just doing FNAF 1? So we're only doing FNAF 1 characters. Oops. No, Golden Freddy. Only FNAF 1 characters, but you can take characterization from anywhere. So, the movie, the Fourth Closet, not the Fourth Closet, oh my god, what are they called? The Silver Eyes. The Silver Eyes, the movie, FNAF World, UCN, wherever these characters appear, we can take characterization from. but we're only doing the characters who appear in FNAF 1 in today's stream. I was planning on being done at like 4:40-ish. This is taking longer than I anticipated. It's totally fine though. This has been a really fun stream.
Are you gonna do it for FNAF 2?
Yes, I mean I promised them. Right now the reason we only have 2 senators is because Kahoot, the free version, only lets you have 3 people play the game. Whereas
Really?
if you pay $40, you can have like 1,000 people play. So now that I've been super chatted more than $40, we'll have to do that for next time.
Dang, that's wild. I'm so excited to see Toy Bonnie's score specifically.
Well, people could use MatPat's characterization of him. That could sway things.
It really, really moves the needle there.
Yeah. Listen, MatPat, Boba.
Oh, for sure.
Just saying. People are saying...
What's Tom?
Oh, Okay, listen, MatPat had a lot of different hairstyles over the years, whereas Tom has pretty much always had the same. And I think Tom's hair is Kiki, whereas Matt's is back and forth. Tom has glasses, though. Glasses?
Is that Boba?
I think, well, it depends on how round they are. Okay, so like, She's Always Nervous's glasses, kind of Boba. But I think a more square and pointy glasses, like the one Tom wears, a little Kiki.
Kat, is it Boba to have glasses? Be honest.
Okay, it looks like Tom is Kiki because he's British. Tom is Kiki.
Being British is Kiki?
His accent, I mean, I don't know. It's a little more, I don't know, in your face.
Fascinating.
British
they drink
is
tea.
very Kiki.
That's so Boba.
The kazoo is Kiki. Tom is Boba. Tom is Kiki. Okay, chat. Glasses. Okay, we're gonna end this. Oppressive has won. We're gonna do a bonus poll. Boba Kiki having glasses of any shape. Right, so we do have... Oh, someone in chat just said it. $5, New Metal Overlord. Golden Freddy is identical to Foxy. Yep, he has been in all 3 categories. Golden Freddy is shared with Foxy. And is alone in them with Foxy. To solve this, Golden Freddy should be Boba, Foxy's Ravenclaw, and Selfish and Hates Rules. But yeah, like, if you told me from the start, like, yeah, Golden Freddy and Foxy will win the same category in all 3 questions... I would have been surprised, but that's what we ended up with. Boba, people are saying glasses of any shape, 71% Boba. That's interesting.
Fascinating.
Interesting.
I don't even know. I don't feel anything in my heart about glasses. I don't know where you guys are getting anything from.
I really think it's shape dependent.
But you said any shape.
I know that. I mean, I'm agreeing with you that the concept of glasses is not necessarily one or the other. To me,
it's like close your eyes, picture glasses, and you
Yeah.
might be picturing Boba or Kiki glasses.
Yes.
And that'll. Oh.
Yeah. When I picture glasses, I kind of picture sunglasses. I don't know if that
Fascinating.
helps. Having bad eyes is Boba. Okay, contact lenses are Kiki. So does that imply that glasses are the Boba option? Or are glasses also Kiki because they're also eye vision correction devices?
But contact lenses are so soft.
But you're poking them in your eye.
Yeah, but it's not that bad.
Oh my god. I don't think I could wear contacts. Thankfully, I have perfect vision. But I don't think I'd ever be able to do contacts.
It'd be wild if I was like, yeah, I don't wear contacts either. I was just like blindly claiming that it's not that bad.
Blindly, you say. Oh my gosh. Do you wear contacts?
I own contacts that I have worn.
So you know the experience.
My vision is not that bad, so I really only need to wear glasses or contacts at night, and I'm kind of lazy about putting them in, so...
I thought you said you have to wear glasses at night. I'm like, to sleep? No.
LASIK? Yeah, that is Kiki. You're so right, chat.
You mean in darkness. Okay, guys, so we have one additional character, one more character, and then we'll actually be done. Phone Guy.
Oh, we're not Endo 01? Okay.
No, we're not doing Endo 01. Just kidding. I was running out of time. But, Phone Guy, Mr. Ralph himself, Boba or Kiki? And to reiterate, to any new viewers, boba is the shape you see on the left, and Kiki is the shape you see on the right. Candy, what do you think?
Oh, boba, for sure. Love that guy.
Wow, are you using the week before to influence this?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
I'm not using Scott. I don't know enough about Scott.
Because like if we ignore the week before, he's a guy on the phone and he's like,
I would never ignore the week
okay.
before.
In a hypothetical before the week before world, when he was just like, yeah, we'll clean the carpets and tell your family within 90 days that you're missing, blah, blah, blah. That's kind of Kiki to me. I don't know. Although maybe being complicit as opposed to being an agent of evil is more boba. I don't know.
FNAF 2 phone guy is very boba, but FNAF 3 phone guy was kind of on thin ice.
Ralph,
But FNAF 1.
Boba. Kiki. So right now, I'm the only Kiki vote of the Senate. So we'll see what chat says. It would have to be overwhelmingly Kiki to override your guys' 3 votes. Gremlin with $2 and no message. Gremlin,
I love democracy.
You and Mio are both the goats of this stream. I love democracy. Thank you, Palpatine. Palpatine, Boba, or Kiki. I think episode 1, Palpatine, the little senator guy from Naboo. Oh, what a cutie. He's pretty boba. But the Emperor, once he's shooting lightning at people and he's like evil and spinning across the room 360, that's very Kiki.
He's a Kiki in boba clothing.
Yeah. Sheev, very boba. Palpatine, very Kiki. Okay, it looks like 90% boba. This isn't even close. I'm just wrong.
Where are you getting Kiki from? Tell me what you're thinking.
His voice is kind of Kiki. The fact that he doesn't care about your well-being is kind of Kiki. And him dying while screaming. It's kind of...
that's fair. Dying screaming is such a Kiki thing to do.
But solidly Kiki. Mia, are you leaving? You're saying it's been a blast, GiBi, in chat. If you are leaving, happy birthday tomorrow. But if you're sticking around, that's cool too. Chat, $2 doesn't let you send a message. I didn't know that. I wonder if I can change that. Dad bod is boba, says Gremlin. That's what you wanted to put it in your message. Okay, I wonder if I can change that in settings or if that's a YouTube thing. That you can't send a message with $2. Counterattack, just stopping by to say hello. Glad you're here. Nonchalance is very boba. Yeah, again, him sort of not caring that you're dying is boba, whereas him being more antagonistic would be Kiki. Again, we're sorting Ralph now into non-specific, non-proper noun boxes that could be defined with courage, friendship, curiosity, or cunning. And I'm going to put this... The umming and uhing is very boba.
Ooh.
Yeah, you guys are just doing more... you guys are destroying me and my Kiki gut feeling. It's fine. Most streamers' chats hate them. It's okay. I don't take it personally. What's your Hogwarts house vote for Mr. Phone Guy?
Sorry, I have to use my brain a lot on this one because I can't remember. I have to move something from one category and then translate that into house. Okay. He does not have ambition or leadership despite being in a management position. I don't know if I'd call him very intelligent, but he is curious and creative, I guess. Bravery? I don't know, man. He might have to go into Hufflepuff because he's just the other one.
Hufflepuff is just the other one. That is, in fact, a very Hufflepuffy thing.
Yeah, there's the basic one, the evil one, Ravenclaw, and the other one.
And the rest. It's like when I'm like a third of the way through The Hobbit. It's like when you're meeting all the characters and then toward the end the door opens and like 6 of them fall in at the same time. It's like, and here's the others.
Yeah.
Here's the rest of them.
What character in Harry Potter that I would know is a Hufflepuff?
Cedric Diggory.
That I would know.
None. Absolutely none.
Any of the teachers? Do the teachers still have houses?
So Sprout, the plant herbology teacher.
Ooh.
She's the leader of Hufflepuff. Ralph. So chat, 70%, 71% Hufflepuff in a 4-option spread is crazy. Pretty definitive. And then 3 senators voted for it. So that's one of the strongest ones. And it puts him in the same house as Chica. Interesting, interesting. He does sing Happy Birthday to Chica. This is actually 18 of 18. This is really, really the final question. This is going to be Phone Guy's alignment. And this might be incredibly easy. This is probably the easiest question on the whole quiz. Yeah.
Crescent hates rules. No. Yeah.
If there's any characteristics we know about Ralph the Phone Guy, it's that he follows the rules and loves the rules and sets the rules and tells you all the rules. And that he seems like a nice guy, but, maybe he could be a little more, in the week before, he is selfless. He's doing it for his daughter.
Yeah, chat wants selfless so bad.
The fact is, he doesn't care about the player. He's like, yeah, you die and we'll hide your body. It's fine. But
he probably would, though, because he cares about the news reporter girl, Bronwyn.
Selfish. Okay, I have a feeling I'm going to put this poll and everyone's going to put selfless because they're going to think about Bronwyn and they're going to think about Capella. They're not going to think about the way that he acts to you in-game. He's like, oh, man, I love Foxy. Foxy's my favorite. Have you seen Foxy?
Like, he's still selfless, even doing that. He's just delusional. He's drunk the Kool-Aid. So, he's as selfless as he could be.
Ugh.
With as brainwashed as he is.
Yeah, with as, the week before sort of implies that, when he leaves the restaurant, he, forgets what it's like in there. Clicked on the wrong button. It looks like selfless is going to win. He's in denial. GiBi, why are you a Ralph hater? Because I had 10 years of viewing him as the phone guy from FNAF 1 where he's complicit in a bunch of people dying before the week before came out. He's just parroting the rules. PB Sandwich says, maybe you've answered this somewhere before, but how come it took you so long to watch the Lord of the Rings movies? So I was a little too young to watch Lord of the Rings movies when they were coming out in theaters. My older brother liked them, but he, by which I mean, we got them on DVD and he'd watch them. But I'd always be like, wow, these movies are really long and I don't really understand what's happening, and so I'm not going to, pay attention or watch them. And, my dad and my brother really liked them, but it wasn't something where we'd put them on constantly, right? On television in the late 2000s. ABC Family played the Harry Potter movies year-round. Spike played the Star Wars movies year-round. No TV station was just like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to play Lord of the Rings. And so there was never really the opportunity to just catch them on television. When the Hobbit movies were coming out in the early 2010s, I saw all of those in theaters because I was, interested in the world and the movies. Again, I just never really sat down and watched them. And I felt like I didn't need to watch the original Lord of the Rings to get them because they're based on the first book in the series. When the first Hobbit movie came out, I then went and read The Hobbit, and then I read all the Lord of the Ringses. And so I sort of felt like, oh, I've read all the books. I'm sure I'll watch the movies one day. But, I don't need to watch the movies. I read the books. And then 10 years passed, and then they put the original trilogy back into theaters last month. And so I watched them for the first time, full extended editions, in theaters. And I'm kind of glad that I waited. I'm kind of glad that I saved them for the best possible way of watching them, which is with a crowd in a theater with the full expanded editions. And that's why I didn't watch Lord of the Rings for 25 years. Hapsetshut says, I took a fantasy literature class. We did Lord of the Rings, never read the book, just watched the extended cut, aced it. Well, you've cheated yourself. You've cheated yourself from Tom Bombadil.
True. Go to character. Glorfindel. So many great people.
Lots of great people in the books that aren't in the movies. If you guys want to learn about Tom Bombadil, go to She's Always Nervous's channel and her video about Old Man Consequences.
I cameoed in that.
Yeah. And I asked her, I'm like, hey, you know how you can sing do you want to sing Tom Bombadil? And your response was, like, I don't think I have the right range for Tom Bombadil. I'm like, no, you're fine.
Just don't I sound so much like how you imagine Tom Bombadil chat?
It's fine.
An old, ageless man god thing?
Someone said Ralph Care. Someone said...
Ralph Care theory.
Seeker's being a troll. What are they saying? He dies... I don't know, talking about Ralph. Ralph doesn't make the rules. GiBi is stalling because he doesn't want to assign Ralph to Selfless. No, I will. I will abide. I will abide by the poll. And I will say that obviously, because I didn't give the senators the option to vote for it, it was, it's kind of hard to go by just what the Senate was saying. So we're putting Ralph in follows the rules and Selfless. The opposite of Golden Freddy. Which makes sense.
That's so true. That's so true.
What did they say?
No, they said I'm so Bombadil pilled, but I was saying it's so true that Ralph is the opposite of Golden Freddy.
Bombadil pilled.
Bomba pilled.
Pretty bomba pilled, if you ask me. Why would you get into arguments with strangers on the internet about FNAF when you can just hop along, fa la the willow? Like, come on.
I have never argued with strangers on the internet about FNAF. That sounds sarcastic. I haven't. I'm not on Twitter.
Oh my gosh. And that's why you're the least problematic FNAF tuber.
Except for the fact that I think Chica is Kiki, apparently.
No. PB Sandwich says, even aside from the source material, the Lord of the Rings movies are just a cinematic achievement. There's a reason Return of the King won 11 Oscars. Yes, they were all incredible. So Illumichichia says, can we do the Aftons, please? So, as I said at the beginning of the stream that I was not expecting to last 2.5 hours, but has now lasted... Oh, it's only been 2 hours, to be fair. We'll end this in about 3 or 4 minutes. This stream was only FNAF 1. So it was only the characters in FNAF 1. This seemed very popular. You guys seemed like you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. So next time, we're going to do FNAF 2, and I'm going to pay for Kahoot Premium so all of you guys can actually vote up here, and I won't have to do 2 separate polls. So we will do FNAF 2, which will, of course, include Purple Guy, not William Afton, just Purple Guy, and way more characters. Way more characters. Someone says I have to do Endo 01. Fine. You know what? We'll do... Everyone's going to say he's Kiki, so don't even need to bother with that. We'll just do... And no one cares about the Hogwarts stuff. I might cut that for next time anyway. Or just make it a little more simplified. Endo 01. What are we thinking? Selfish. No. Selfish. Follows rules. Selfish. Oh, wait, no, he doesn't follow the rules because he's naked, so we don't even need to say that. Selfish.
Got boba believers in chat.
Ignores, kitty. Selfish, hates, evil, ignores, and evil hates post. Because we know he doesn't follow the rules here at Freddy Fazbear Pizza because he's a walking around naked endoskeleton. People are saying he's Kiki, he's Boba. Did you guys add Mike? I might have missed it. No, but we will do Michael Afton when we hit Sister Location. That dude is not Boba. Kiki design, but the vibe is very Boba. His face is Boba, with his giant circle eyes. They're like bulging out. Gremlin saying, Boba, 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 Boba. He's not Boba. He's literally a spiny metal thing. He is selfless. Is he?
He has no sense of self.
Yeah. I am not me. I know it wasn't him, but still.
Yeah, my favorite part of FNAF 1 was when Endo 01 stood up on the table and went, I am not me.
Is Glamrock Freddy really Endo 01 from FNAF? That's the kind, if this was a different kind of franchise, you know, if we ever got to the modern Star Wars equivalent of FNAF 1, they'd be like, guys, in the next movie, Endo 01 from FNAF 1 is going to make an appearance. There's a name for that kind of character, and I'm not going to say it. He is so Kiki.
I don't know it, but I assume it's bad.
They're called, let's call him Glups. He's a Glup.
Oh! know. I know the name.
Yeah.
I'm very cool.
I keep thinking about bubble tea. People are saying, yeah, selfish. So he's not evil. Correct. I would say he's not evil at all because he does not come to get you. He's just chilling. And he obviously ignores the rules because he doesn't follow them because he's not in his suit. Somehow Endo01 returned. People are posting, oh, it's a boba tea emoji. Now I get why you've been posting those, Mio. Ha ha ha. When is the next stream? So I've been streaming twice a week. Not on any set days or any set times. I'm streaming right now because I'm going to be going to a movie later, so that's why I'm doing it earlier in the afternoon. So it'll just be when I'm available is when we will be streaming. Also, like the next stream, if I decide, oh, it's going to be an ABCD, actually, it might not necessarily be a Kahoot day, but Endo01. But this will be happening in the very near future. It seems like selfish and ignores the rules is where Endo01 falls, but we didn't do an official vote, so maybe we'll have that be the honorary first vote of next time. What movie, asks Mio? Probably, what am I seeing? I was gonna maybe see 2. There's The Strangers Chapter 3, which is stupid. And then there was, my theater is showing Sinners, which I didn't. It's like literally the only movie from last year that I wanted to see that I didn't. Oh, I wanted to see the Train movie too. I didn't see Train movie. So it's showing Sinners, so I'm gonna go see that in theaters.
I've seen Sinners.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
I know like the quote unquote twist, like I know what happens in the. Whoa. I know what kind of movie it really is, so I'll never get that full experience. Did you enjoy it?
I was stressed, but it was very, it was, I don't know how to say that it was a positive movie, but I didn't enjoy it, you know, but I'm like a horrible person to ask, you know?
You can say it was a good movie that you did not enjoy the act of watching.
I don't even know if I would say that.
Okay.
It's not that I think it was a bad movie. I'm just not sure because I don't know anything about movies. It was like very surprising and strange. It was very good, at least for 75% of the time.
Okay. Illumichia says you should watch Housemaid. The twist is good. Housemaid is one of the worst movies I've ever had the displeasure of seeing, and I could tell what the twist was going to be the first time it was possible to know that something was happening. In the beginning of the movie, when the papers go missing, I was immediately like, oh, this is what's happening. And I was right, and I found the movie to be embarrassing. I had secondhand embarrassment watching the movie. And I have some friends who read the book who were like, yeah, like, it's the same general story, but the way the book does it is better, so I also don't like the movie. But yes, I did not like Housemaid. I did a triple feature. I did Avatar 3, SpongeBob, and Housemaid back to back to back. And I did not like Housemaid. Gremlin says $2. Endo01 sacrificed himself for me, so he is kind. I don't know what that means. Like in FNAF World? Unwithered Truth. I really like Sinners, and I didn't know the twist, which was a wild thing seeing it in the cinema. Yeah. No idea why it's back out in cinema. Same thing here. Because it's up for a bunch of Oscars, and so there's always a market for people who are like, oh, I want to see every movie nominated for Best Pictures in the theater. So they usually put Oscar-nominated movies back in theater in January and February. What about SpongeBob did you like? So I didn't love the SpongeBob movie. I thought it was a little too childish. I think that the first SpongeBob movie is a masterpiece, and this one seemed like it was much more for little kids. So it was fine. Have you seen Skinamarink? I think you'd find it interesting, says Babaloo. I have not, but I also think I would find it interesting.
I've seen Skinamarink.
Oh my god.
I'm totally crushing it today in terms of movies that I've seen. I'm feeling so good about myself. I liked Skinamarink. A lot, actually.
That's a crazy thing for you to say after saying that Sinners
it
was a little uncomfy. Skinamarink is more my jam.
Skinamarink was chill. I mean, it wasn't. In no way is Skinamarink chill. But it was chill, you know? Very boba to me.
Oh my god. That's my comfort movie. Iron Lung and Skinamarink. I put them on so I can sleep. I loved Iron Lung
so much. Put me on a brief, calm discussion. I'll talk about Iron Lung.
That would be... I would only do that if I saw it for a second time. But that's a funny one. T-Dreads is here. He says, at school, but hello, Gibson in chat. And Unreal Truth, but he didn't say hello to Candy. We need to cancel T-Dreads. The new SpongeBob movie was okay, but it retconned the first episode of SpongeBob. To age him down, like, hello. He had also retconned that he never met the Flying Dutchman. Oh my god, I just couldn't with the continuity, you know? Pretty crazy. Iron Lung was peak, Iron Lung was good, Iron Lung was fire, I love Iron Lung. I know.
Heck yeah, chat.
I know.
love this chat. They're so smart. They're so good with movies.
I need to see it a second time, but I don't feel like I would enjoy the things I didn't like the first time. Like, I think the pacing is bad, and I think Mark's acting in the first half is not great. But I could probably find more enjoyment out of things I missed the first time. Like, I know that. I'm sure I will. But I will not see
Our husband,
everything.
my beloved, I went to see it 3 times too. It was great, and I ate so much popcorn.
T-Dress says, I didn't see Candy. I'm sorry. No, too late. You're still canceled. Guys, can we freaking cancel TD Reads? Says T-Dreads in chat. Yes, true. Can Iron Lung get an Oscar nomination? I don't think so. GiBi, are you a Demon Slayer fan? Yes, I am. I have not read the manga, but I'm caught up on the series. Like, I saw Infinity Castle in theaters, and I will be seeing the next part. So I'm as caught up as you can be without being a manga reader. I got COVID when I was supposed to see Iron Lung. Oof.
Rip.
Okay, wait. When does my... Because I either need to leave 10 minutes ago, or I've just missed my movie. So... We'll see. Because to be honest, fam... I really don't need to see The Strangers Chapter 3 today. It's really not that important. I'm seeing it because I feel like I've been held hostage. I feel like I saw the first 2 in theaters, and I'm like, these are some of the worst movies I've ever seen, but now I need to know how it ends. So it's basically...
You didn't like the first Strangers?
The original or Chapter 1 from like 2 years ago? The original's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I would put the original in the good category. But the reboot, remake thing was, like, dreadful. Okay, so Sinners is later in the night. And Strangers is... Strangers starts in 3 minutes. I've missed it. That's fine. I thought it started at 5:30, so even if I had left when I meant to, I would have missed it. Wait, that's fine.
Gremlin's telling you to watch Iron Lung, and they've really super chatted a lot.
I've seen Iron Lung. I saw it. I'm gonna see it on when it comes to digital. I'm gonna watch it because I might want to do a video on my main channel about so there's a lot of religious references in it, but I don't know if they're like what they're saying. You know, I don't know if they're that deep. So I kind of want to, once it's on digital and I can keep watching it over and over, I want to see how I feel about those.
I think the creator of the video game had a religious background, right?
Oh, I have no idea. Let's see. There's a movie called Arco, which is not being shown at a time that I could watch it before Sinners. Let's see. I've seen Send Help. I've seen Shelter. I've seen Avatar. I've seen Housemaid. I've seen Zootopia. I've seen Mercy. I've seen Iron Lung. I've seen Marty Supreme. I've seen Begonia. Sinners is back in theaters. Arco's not showing at a good time. Stranger's not showing at a good time. Chat, I could see Melania. That might work. Let's see. No, it's starting at the same time as Sinners. I'm going to have to skip that one. That's unfortunate. Yeah, so I have like an hour or two before Sinners. I'm still probably going to cut this here because I didn't want to be live for like 10 hours. But this was really fun, and I cannot wait until next time. Shirtless Markiplier, says Gremlin. Yes, that did happen. He lost other things in the movie, but I will not spoil because someone said that they haven't seen it yet. That kind of came out wrong. I did not mean to like imply that he lost more clothes. I mean that he lost his sanity. It's fine. You can probably tell that he's gonna lose his sanity. He's in an iron lung, in fact. GiBi, are you excited for the new Avatar film? I'm very excited. I'm kind of disappointed that none of the original voice cast is coming back, and I'm incredibly disappointed that they're not putting it in theaters. Because they were originally supposed to, and I think that they should. Okay, I'm not reading that, Gremlin. And with that Gremlin chat that I'm not reading, we are... Zonotron. Oh, my God, you're right. We need to see who won. Who agreed with me most BBC only voted 3 times and then disappeared. Style got 8 out of 18. And Mr. Keyronotron, oh yeah, it's the key up here, that's the correct one, got first place, agreeing with me on half of all questions. You, Mr. or Mrs., you, Keyzonotron, you, whoever you are, win the no prize for today. The greatest GiBi fan of all. I don't know what to give you. But, this will be the end of our stream here. Gibson, what's your favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie? The Sixth Sense. I mean, gotta be. Tom Bombadil, chat 1, congrats. Yes. Okay, we are going to be heading out, but thank you all for being here. Remember that Freddy stands for friendly, respectful engagement, discussion, discourse, yield success. Bye, Sophie. Bye, Style. Bye, Crash. Bye, Talented. Bye, Zonotron. Bye, Mirror Fanboy. Bye, Smiley. Bye, Darkling. Bye, Smiley again.